You the brightest in the bluegrass. This is Everyday Kentucky.
Good morning and welcome into Everyday Kentucky. I am Jim Caldwell.
And I'm Destiny Quinn. We are so excited to be here this morning. We have a very special guest with us.
Hanging out with us this morning, Mr. Josh Teater, Kentucky's very own professional golfer, and the man who's going to win the Barbasol Championship this year, right?
Well, thank you, Jim. I like the way you think. Let's do that.
We appreciate you being here, Josh. You know, you have played around in the professional world of golf for a few years now.
Yeah, this is year 21.
21 years playing in the world. You get to do what I would love to do. You know,
that's Jim's dream.
It is my dream.
Truly your dream.
On my days off, that's what I do. But now I'm not playing for any, you know. See, I've got these buddies. They like to gamble. And they'll say, hey, you want to go dollar hole? And I'm like, I'm not good enough to go dollar hole.
Too dangerous.
You
Too
gotta
dangerous.
get more strokes. You know?
That's
you
right.
win that bet on the first tee.
That's exactly right.
So what needs to happen here is you need to take him with you, get him up to par, make sure he's ready for these gambling. You know, that's what he does on Fridays when he's not here. He's out on the golf course.
That's where I go, exactly. All right, Josh, you've been playing around for, as you said, more than 20 years,
yes, sir.
And you have made a good living being able to do just that. How awesome is it to be able to live out a dream like that? Though you weren't always a golfer, were you?
Not always. I started when I was about 12. I played basketball before that, and then baseball through high school. Our buddy Steve Moss probably has some film of Henry Clay baseball games back in the day when I played that. But you know, when high school ended, and I decided to go to Moorhead, golf is what I chose, and it's turned out to be really good.
It has been.
Yeah.
Now, you've played in tournaments all across the country. What makes the Barbasol Championship so special?
I mean, just the fact that it's here at home. You know, as a kid, you know, going out to Kearney Hill and watching the senior tour at the time, now Champions Tour events, and to know now we have a PGA Tour event has been pretty cool the last, I guess, 5 years.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I remember the senior event, the Bank One Classic.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember coming up and watching it. Chi Rodriguez playing there. You know, toward the end of the tournament, but it was a lot of fun. And now you got these people that come out to watch you. What's that like?
Oh, it's great, you know, to always be able to go do something you love and have people come watch, and friends, family, and, you know, the community to support me. And I hope they can come out again this year to support me and support the event. There's going to be a lot of great golf out there.
Yeah, there's some low scores.
That's right.
What would you shoot last year? 15, 20 under?
Nah, I can't remember that.
Oh, you can't remember. It was something really, really good like that, but fantastic. When you played, your best finish has been second.
Yeah.
And those are big payouts, aren't they?
Yeah, I've had a couple, a second and a tie for second on the PGA Tour. One in 2013. Lost to a guy by the name of Tiger Woods.
Oh,
my goodness.
I've heard of him.
He won by quite a few strokes, but I did birdie the last hole to tie for second. And then in 2020, shortly before the pandemic, Victor Hovland made a putt in Puerto Rico, and we finished second there. And then just, I guess about 3 weeks ago, Corn Ferry Tour. I lost in a playoff at the BMW Championship in Greenville. So. That was second's not where we want to be, but it was a good week, and hope to improve on that.
You know, there's a question I've never been able to ask you, but do you go out and just play with your buddies, some old friends that you've known for years? Is it difficult to watch some of them that are not as good as you? Or how does that work?
Oh yeah, I mean that's some of the most fun golf for sure. I mean, growing up out here at Greenbrier down the road, they have a Thursday game, and we go out there and you can play with anybody. They give everybody a quota depending on your skill level, and you got to score so many points depending on if you make pars or birdies, and that kind of makes where anybody can compete with anybody, and I enjoy doing that. And if I go out with some friends like I did, I guess a little bit over a week ago in St. Louis, I'd missed a cut and got there early, and we played 2 on 3. Me and my caddy played the other 3 people in the group. We and just kind of battled. We were uphill battle. We came up a little bit short, but we had to give them shots, and they had one extra person. So, you know, we always like a challenge.
Of course, and that's what that was.
Yeah,
well, now
sure.
we appreciate you being here, and we're going to talk more
thanks for
about
having
the
me.
Barbasol. And he's involved with the show.
Yes.
Oh, my.
You're going to be talking about some stuff.
We could be in trouble.
That's what we're going
It's nothing new.
Yeah.
So let's start with what's trending this morning.
You can read that line.
Oh, yeah. Lexington just wrapped up 4th of July festivities.
The celebrations kicked off yesterday at the courthouse with a reading of the Declaration of Independence. Then people packed the streets to enjoy the parade, live music, arts and craft booths. Many say they were excited to be there despite the heat and, of course, the power outages.
We've come out every year, whether it's rain or sunshine, so that's not stopped us any year anyways.
Some of us here with WKYT were also at the parade. Jim, you were out there. Y'all were in front of the Mr. Peanut float.
We were. and Mr. Peanut was dancing up and down the street. I'm right behind Bill Bryant there. You can see I'm the only one sitting. Other than Connor Pendleton. That's Phil Pendleton's son right there under Bill's arm. And I'm hiding behind Bill because Dave Baker was driving that truck, y'all.
Oh.
And you know Dave. And
I didn't know that.
He was a little bit like this, you know. So I said, you know
That
what?
was intentional.
I'm just going to sit here, and that way I've got my footing now. But
A lot of people out there.
yeah, it was a good crowd. A good crowd. Good to see you know, a lot of the folks you know, come out for that. And it's one of the big events that we do parade-wise, you know, every year.
I want to go next year. I was working, so.
Well, see, used to it was a little later in the day, so we would leave the noon newscast and then go straight over to the parade.
Looks like a lot of fun.
Have you ever been thrown in the middle of a parade like that? And
I feel like you probably have, being a professional golfer.
Yeah, I don't recall one, to be honest with you.
Okay, now you were born in Danville, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, how many years of your life did you spend in Danville?
Well, I lived in Harrodsburg through 1st grade, and then after 1st grade, moved to Lexington, and you know, that's been home ever since.
So, I mean, you're basically...
we moved to Georgia for 6 years, but you know,
But
Lexington's home.
Lexington's home. and
True
that's-
Kentuckian through and
that's right.
through.
And that's where you are right now.
Well, the Florida Keys celebrated a colossal birthday with a decadent dessert.
A massive key lime pie. Organizers say it measured about 13 feet in diameter. They think that's a record.
I'd say it probably is. That's pretty big. The sweet treat needed 16 gallons of key lime juice, 100 gallons of sweetened condensed milk, and 125 pounds of graham crackers. All this to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the formation of Monroe County, where the Keys are, of course, located. Now, you have been not only around the U.S. playing golf, but you've been to nice climates like that right there
Yes.
playing. And
The
you're talking
best
about
of golf.
Yes, yes, in Puerto Rico too.
Puerto
as well.
Rico, yeah.
What's it like playing somewhere like that?
You know, the game's the same, but you know, obviously the weather's always different. You got to be prepared for whatever's coming. You know, I've played in the heat, I've played in the cold, I've played some snow probably at times. I think one time in New Zealand it was snow-covered mountains, and I don't know that I was ready for that when I made the trip, but we did some. We found some you know, emergency clothing to stay
Yes.
warm. But yeah, I mean it's the same game, but you know, the surroundings change for sure.
That's amazing.
You talk about all these other places, these foreign places that you've been able to play. What is your favorite course that you've ever played anywhere?
I mean, Pebble Beach.
Oh,
I knew
Yeah.
you'd say
that makes sense.
No doubt. It's the best. You get a good weather day out there and you can't beat it.
It's gorgeous. I got to watch. I've toured the grounds a little bit. Didn't get to go play golf there, but anybody can play.
Yeah.
You know,
Really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's
Oh.
public. Yeah, it's.
They don't want me
kinda
playing there, I can
pricey,
assure you.
it's a little expensive, but the grounds are beautiful. You're right off the water. I mean, it's fantastic out there.
It is.
So I can see how that'd be number one. Now your husband likes to play too,
He
doesn't
likes
he?
to play. I don't know if he should be playing at Pebble Beach either. I don't think we're qualified, but we'll get there. Maybe you can take us, give us a few lessons.
There we go.
That's what we want.
I hate to brag, but I made a birdie one time. So
That's a good start.
one time.
When she found out I was a golfer, this first thing she told me too. She's like, you know, I made a birdie once.
It was a life-changing moment.
Love it.
All right. Well, tomorrow those tickets go on sale for the St. Jude Dream Home, and the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway, of course, is coming up. And the 2,600 square foot, 3-bedroom home is being built in Lexington's Hamburg area. The earlier you buy tickets, the more prizes you're eligible for, like a $2,500 home decor package from Kentucky Branded. All proceeds go directly to St. Jude and its mission of finding cures and saving children. You can learn more on WKYT.com.